Listen in as 5 friends take turns weaving stories through the tabletop game of their choice. This is 5 GMs in a Trench Coat.
Hello everyone and welcome to 5 GMs in a Trench Coat. My name is Tanner. I'll be your GM for today. On my left.
Hi there, I'm Adam and I'm playing Jack Elrond.
Exciting. Hi, I'm Kim and I play B.
I'm Jesse and I play Titus the Typhoon.
Hello, it's me, Tianlin. I played Devon.
And yeah, so where we last left off, you guys were headed to Tandem Ship. You had just dropped off Rodrigo and Mabel's office, but you're off to investigate some weird goings on in a town called Racine. Yeah, so you guys get to Tandem Ship, and the crew's not actually doing anything. Nobody's told them to do anything, and Tandem and Jameson are still talking. In fact, there's a lot of gossip around the ship right now. It seems people are just kind of whispering to each other, and they don't really pay much attention when any of you are heading towards them. Does anybody want to say anything, or?
I'm gonna look at Jameson and just be like, "I'm gonna get you next time."
He furrows his brow and he's like, "What?" He doesn't say what. He's just like,
Mad dogging him the rest of the game.
So then, does anybody say anything about leaving them?
Is the ship ready to go?
Sorry, I didn't realize we were leaving soon. But yeah, I'm sure the crew can get it ready fast. And then he calls out, he's like, "Men, it's time." And so they get to work. It probably takes them at least 15 minutes to get ready.
Are we bringing our dragons?
Probably not, because if it's gonna have to be like a
So
covert mission.
I don't want to get stuck.
I will say, the DM will say, all of you are dressed as civilians, but I don't know that. It's kind of tough, right? Because people know they're off-duty cavaliers and they do ride the dragons, so you guys could just pretend to be cavaliers, and as long as the troops don't get a good look at any of you, and the town's big enough, it's not like they're spread throughout the whole place. They're kind of concentrated from the sounds of it.
I can go without a dragon.
It's up to you, though. I mean, at the end of the day, whether you want to risk it or not.
I'm gonna ask the same question I asked not too long ago. How long is the journey to, was it Racine?
Yeah, Racine. The base is moved, so it's probably 7 hours, 7-hour ride.
Okay. My boy's sick. I'm so sad.
I mean, it's up to you guys.
No, he doesn't want to put him through some unnecessary stress right now if he's being weird.
What about B and Titus?
No, I'm leaving Kai.
No, I don't think Tempest. I don't think I'll take Tempest.
Okay, so you guys.
I just worried because there's 50 of them.
Yeah, maybe we should at least bring one dragon.
Yeah, you guys can't take.
I'll bring Siren.
I don't think. I mean,
he was waiting.
you guys can't take 50 of them on your own. Even Tandem Ship, they beat you guys. Okay, so you guys are gonna leave your dragons behind. The ship gets ready.
Wait, are we gonna bring one?
Yeah, because you guys started deliberating, and as soon as it was brought up, maybe we should just bring one, Devon is okay.
Well, Staghorn can fit the most people on him.
Yeah, but we don't want to get the neurotoxin on us.
Well, I just figure it's only if we need to escape, right?
Yeah.
So
I guess that's a good point then.
because he can probably carry 3 of us.
Sure, that makes sense to me.
2 people on the back and 1 for people in his front claws.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone on board with that, or do we want to take his dragon? Is his dragon solid?
Yeah, this dragon's pretty solid.
I don't know. Listen, I don't know the vibes of the group. I just know she's in charge, and so I'm just kind of deferring to her.
I feel like I kind of.
Well, I asked Mabel.
Oh, Mabel said that B was the leader.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, I asked who I was reporting to, and he said that I should check in with B on everything I do.
I mean, that's not a bad idea.
Why don't we just bring 2 dragons? And
Maybe
Siren
one
can
for
just stay on the ship.
Maybe one for speed, one for.
What if we bring 3 dragons?
What if we just bring? Actually, I reversed my
Let's just
choice.
slide
Let's just
it.
bring them
Yeah.
all.
I mean, 2 dragons is fine. Then I just won't bring Staghorn because the neurotoxin things. If we have 2 dragons, they can carry 4 people.
Yeah.
Who with dragons are coming?
I think all of our dragons can fit at the bottom,
Oh, so we're
right?
bringing 3 dragons.
No, but
I'm the only one
I'm
with
saying
dragons.
size-wise, if we need to sneak them anywhere, I think it's our 3 that can fit at the bottom for.
Asus Reina was the only one who had trouble getting in,
Yeah.
so I think.
Staghorn can fit.
I think you guys could. It'd be a little tight, but you could do it.
But also, he might prick one of their dragons.
Yeah, or
Now we have a
crew
partially
members.
paralyzed dragon. Yeah. He's more of like a fly on the side dragon, so I'll leave him behind. It's fine.
I mean, so who are we taking?
Well, he could also pretend to be a cavalier since he was one.
I still have my cavalier
Like I
clothes.
said, you still have your gear. You
Yeah,
could.
would you
Yeah,
like
that's
me to
true.
You
do that?
have
Yeah.
your badge. Like,
Yeah.
All right, I'll be back.
Be good.
I'm
Just in
just,
case.
I'll just go separately.
Okay, that sounds good. I like that.
You guys, because if I hop off this boat, or unless we want me to pretend the entire boat is a vessel that I'm running.
I don't think that's a good idea.
No, I mean,
Tandem has flown Republic-issued flags before in front of you guys. I'll
Yeah.
just remind you.
Yeah, we could be.
But
private.
Even
We
I
have
can wear it.
it,
I saw
yeah.
them. Like I know we can do that. It's just
Yeah, we can be a privateer.
all right. So I'm going separate.
yeah. You
Yeah.
seem. You've done it for a while.
Yeah.
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 And so he gets up and kind of like goes and changes clothes.
Okay.
We're all just like, fuck that guy.
I hope he fucking
Fuck,
dies.
I
And
think-
I'm just gonna like
Yes.
knife, like just
Yeah,
you know,
everywhere,
Guns,
yeah.
knives, guns. Yeah. Gunpowder, pockets of gunpowder.
I shot them.
Pocket sand.
Pocket.
I do have
Pocket
pocket sand.
sand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the right thing to do.
I also have like bottles of gunpowder. I would,
He's
like,
just
you know-
covered in gunpowder.
No, he has like bottles of gunpowder. Yeah.
Okay.
He gets lit.
Little
He gets
barrels.
lit on fire. He blows up.
I think.
Listen, Jackson madman.
Yeah, I think while Jack is like getting
just
himself
left.
ready. Yeah, he just fucking left. Devon's just like, so about Siren. Yes.
Yeah, sure. If you want to bring Siren.
Okay, cool. Speed off to go get him.
Are you guys bringing your dragons or no?
No, if we got those two, it's probably good.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So then, yeah, you head off to get Siren, and it's creeped more up to him, like it's probably at the bottom of his like his belly now.
I'm so sorry. We're just gonna go for a little.
Does it itch?
It, you know,
Yeah,
I don't
nothing.
think Siren makes a noise, right?
No.
I was gonna say, so yeah, Siren's
If anything, it's like, yeah,
God, it's so weird.
just
Awesome.
wet breath.
Yeah. So, yeah, you go with Siren. You take Siren. You head back to the ship, and then you're going separately. You said.
Yeah, I would have probably already gotten there because all I did was change, weapon up, and go get my dragon and leave.
All right. So then, yeah, I mean, are you waiting for the boat to leave, or you'll get there first?
No, yeah, I'm gonna get there first.
Okay. Like you might have to stop and rest at certain points. But
Uh-huh.
you'll probably get there within like 4 hours.
That's a little long. That's a big difference.
Yeah.
That's fine.
You said we're
It-
taking 7, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're going pretty.
Ship speed.
Yeah.
That's fine.
You're not.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
So.
I mean, I've been undercover for fucking
Yeah.
5 years, so I should be fine.
Yeah.
Is that not correct?
No, not you. Not you.
Oh,
I was
okay.
doing- I was-
I thought I had my time frames right.
No, you're correct. I was doing some math. Anyways, so you guys head off. You guys depart, and it's pretty smooth sailing. Maybe Titus, you've drifted these metaphorical waters before, but not like this far out. I guess you know what I mean.
Okay.
Like you're going pretty far out there, like towards the edge of where the Republic, like comfortably, like would say its borders are at. Yes, Kim. I was like, yes, Kai. I was like, no.
During this downtime, can I look at the map?
Yeah, so it's like Mabel has a lot of these drawn up for you guys, and you know sometimes we'll reuse ones. This is a fresh map, and it just has the town Racine marked down Racine.
Also, I want to be clear. I checked that out before I left. I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
just
yeah.
go blind.
Yeah.
Okay,
No, I know. Could you imagine? I was like,
You
I
didn't say it.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's marked. There's not much near it. The nearest city is probably like a 5-hour like ship ride. It's pretty out there. Like still within a day's travel. You know what I mean? But you know, people aren't really going out here that much, relatively speaking. And even the nearest city is a little small. You know. But yeah, do you have any? Were you looking for anything particular?
I just wanted to know what like the layout was and that sort of general thing.
Yeah, you guys are kind of on your own here, like supplies wise. Like whatever's in the town's in the town. That's kind of it. You know what I mean? There's not much else to find.
Yeah.
There might be some like unmarked sky islands and stuff like that, right? But outside of that, so yeah, you guys head over, and it's again a little quiet. People are a little awkward. Maybe you see a couple people like if anybody goes down to the bottom below deck, you see people like around Rodrigo's like thing, kind of looking in and being like, literally like, oh, like he was right here. Like you know, are there any markings? Did he try to escape? Like kind of investigating. He didn't.
He's a mellow guy.
Yeah, you know, but people seem fascinated nonetheless. So, Jack, are you gonna try and wait for them before you get? Cause
No.
okay, so
I'm gonna start doing stuff when I get there.
Okay, so yeah, Racine. I mean, again, you're what cavalier well traveled. It's a proto town, so that means most of the buildings are alive. Like they're made of like plants, and not just trees and stuff. Like
everything.
Yeah, like the town is made of
Ficuses
plants.
and furs.
Lots of things. It's I don't know if you find it weird, maybe not. It's very unique to them as a people, and then. So the town's that, right? The docks are small. There's maybe like 3 like ports, right? Like for a ship, you know what I mean? For ships, I mean. And the big thing you notice though is that towards the back edge of town, there's this large dome, and it's maybe a mile, 2 out, like it's a couple miles out, but you can kind of spot it. And roll me a notice or an investigate if you're gonna. Are you gonna investigate it, or are you gonna just like try and see what it's?
I'll go there to investigate it at some point, but I think right now I'm just noticing it.
Okay. Then roll me a notice.
I got a 1.
Yeah, it's a dome. It looks a little. It's not like a perfect dome. It's kind of shaped weirdly.
Really bad this session.
Yeah, it's been rough rolls today, but it's not a perfect dome. It looks a little weird, but it's hard to say what it is.
For sure.
So yeah, and people are going about like. Just about their day. Like there are a lot of protests, a lot of
Do I
playing
see
people.
the Black Diamond's ship?
No,
It's not docked anywhere.
not that you can see.
Okay, I'll land.
Okay. So are you gonna? You have a couple hours, like, and you have a couple hours on them. So are you gonna do anything in particular?
Well, it's not anywhere around the island because I'll probably do a swoop around.
You're gonna start looking for the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not seeing like
any dock.
ship. No, there's not. There's one dock, and you can't see it. The ship there. When it's not below the island. It's not like on the side somewhere. Like
It's weird.
very weird.
There's no other ships.
Not like there are like a function like dinghies.
Like, none that would just be theirs. Like
Yeah, there are none that you'd be like, oh yeah, like that's like
so
Republic ship. Yeah.
Okay. Then I think I'll land, and me and Staghorn will kind of just walk around town.
Okay. People do the usual like, oh look, a cavalier, like that sort of thing, right? But nobody's suspicious by any means.
Right, yeah. Hey, I'm being very kind as a
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, people are friendly-ish to you, right?
Yeah.
But you're still like,
The occupying party.
yeah. So they're a little eh. Trying to think.
I want to get a vibe on like the town. Can I like rapport to see like if I can figure out what was been going on?
Yeah, or contacts. Report's better.
Just be like, hey, like
Yeah.
I got reports that like some of our men were down here, but I don't see them. I was supposed to meet them here, kind of, like. Jeez, I got it too.
So yeah, maybe you go up to this older Protzer woman. She's taller than B is. She's maybe like 5'5" or something like that.
Oh, you're tall.
But she's similarly like older, right? Upper end of middle age, a little past that, right? And what do you say?
Oh, hey, I'm sorry. I was told that some of our men were down here, and I was kind of supposed to meet up with them and rendezvous.
She's carrying a basket made of vines, living vines, and she says, "Oh, you're referring to some of the," and she looks around. She says, "some," and she stops talking. I have noticed some of them, but they haven't really told us that. I think they're trying to hide that they're troops. To be honest with you, sir.
What can I get a vibe on this lady? Like how?
Yeah, roll me another report.
Okay, like I was like, does she like obviously not like, but is she like a law-abiding citizen, or is she like?
Yeah, and I hear you. Yeah, she looks like she's like a crafts person of some kind. Like she's not like against the rebellion, but she's not for, like, you know what I mean? She's kind of like,
right.
These are forces kind of beyond me. I live in this town in the middle of nowhere. Like,
so yeah, I'm kind of just like, where?
She glances kind of to the side and behind her, a couple blocks down, maybe you see this building that's a little taller than the others. It's kind of like on the edge of a park, and like a small park, and it's otherwise nondescript, but you see a couple of guys go out, look around, go back in, And that catches your eye, right?
Okay.
Like specifically.
Yeah.
And she says, it's the tallest building in that direction.
Thank you so much. So I'm gonna send Staghorn kind of out, like away, to sort of kind of lead them to where I'm just gonna kind of point like, hey. So like when they get here, they're gonna know where I am.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna go to that building.
Okay. Yeah, we'll keep going just because there's a little more time you have.
Right. Yeah.
We'll save like after this next thing. So yeah, you head in that direction towards the building. Staghorn leaves, goes towards kind of the docks because that's where Tim's gonna have to go, and nobody's outside of the building.
Yeah, I think I knock.
Roll me a notice or an investigator. Are you trying to like see things?
Yeah.
Investigate.
Investigate. 3.
They're watching you. Like windows.
They're
you know what I mean?
soldiers. Yeah.
Yeah, but like you're being watched. I'm sure Jack knows the feeling. But so you knock on the door.
Yeah. I think I want to make hard eye contact with one of them who's watching me, though. I want them to know that I know they're watching me.
Okay, so yeah, maybe you glance at a window and you're like, that's where when somebody be watching me if
Yeah.
when somebody's going to. You can't see like
But yeah.
quite into it, you know what I mean? But
Yeah. I'm a little sociopath.
yeah.
It's like looking in the corner of a room for the ghost.
Yeah.
You know?
I know it's there.
I know it's there.
So, a man like 35, like old like Jesse.
We hear Jesse's bones ache.
A guy opens the door and clean cut. Okay, it's like a soldier who's not dressed as one, almost like you were, but not less eccentric. You know what I mean? He says, "Hi, what can I do for you?"
Hey.
And he looks flat, like neutral.
Yeah.
You know.
I kind of like look around. I'm like, should I have not been dressed as cavalier?
Roll me a rapport.
3 flat.
Okay, so he kind of looks around and he says, "Were you sent from HQ?"
Yeah.
He says, "Okay."
They didn't brief me too much. They said that you guys would when I got here.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'll have some of the guys talk to you. Get in. Come on.
Yeah.
And he, like-
I should slip in. Yeah.
Yeah, and he pushes the door and locks it, and like they're locks, right? Quiet locks, like they were quiet, but yeah. And you step in, it's a hallway at first, and the hallway has a bunch of different doors to different rooms. Now you just start walking past, and the first doorway just sent like a little room with some guys like sleeping on cots, right? Next is some weapons and stuff like that, and a little it's a small unit's worth of weapons. Yeah, I mean maybe a couple extra like. How much does Jack keep? Jack, they're like grenades, which are new, like as a concept to you, right? Like new tech, right?
Yeah. I want those.
There are a couple of them, and you might not even know how they work quite, but you grab them, you can probably figure it out, right?
Yeah.
Are
they just out?
No, they're like stored, but like there's like a crate marked.
Kind of go to it. Whose are these?
You go into the weapons room.
Yeah.
He says, HQ. That's for demolitions, and he kind of he doesn't grab your arm, but he's like, we have to get back.
Oh, all right. I'll come back.
Yeah.
Gotta stock up.
And so, then you keep walking, and it's just more of the same until you get to these 2 rooms. They're right across. The doors are right across from each other. Jack doesn't know much about magic, right?
He doesn't use magic yet.
Yeah.
I'll
have you roll me a lore.
Okay.
So yeah, roll me a lore first.
Yeah, no, I got all minuses.
All right, yeah. So Jack's
We're in
having
a
a rough
bad
time.
way over here.
Yeah.
Well, because Jack's biggest
I
thing
hope
is
we're
that he
not
has to
in a bad
he has to-
situation.
He has to contend with fighting people who use magic. So it's a big thing for him, is he has to figure out how to do that to the best of his abilities.
So
It's a big point for him. He's not good at.
you look in. How much does Jack know about engineering? A lore.
0.
Yeah. So okay. I think. Okay, my third question. This is a character question. How much does Jack, when he's getting debriefed by types that are like not, when science types are like talking, how much does Jack try to pick up, or is he just like
Listens intently
Okay.
because he's a spy. Like
Okay.
gathering information is his job.
That
He might
makes
not
sense.
understand all of it, but someone else who he
Okay,
pretty
so
much
then-
it's like he tries to attempt to write it down so
Right.
he can just read
Recite
it
it.
off. Yeah, recite it back
Whatever
to
it
whoever
is.
would know what it is. Right.
Okay, so then Jack, your trained eye catches gliders, like drawings of gliders, but they're not built for humans. They're built for something else. You see, like, magic equations, basically. Like, I don't even, like, again, this is maybe something Jack hasn't seen before.
Almost?
I mean...
Like the science side of magic?
It's like... It's actually alchemy... Actual real-life alchemy is a closer... It's like, the problem is Jack wouldn't know, right? So I'm having a hard time trying to impart. But Jack would see, like I said, engineering designs for gliders that aren't built for humans, but it's not clear what they're built for. Yeah. And then the magic is almost like, if these two magics interacted, what would happen? It's a lot of that, but like mathed out, basically. Yeah. And again, I'm sure Jack is like seeing things. He could probably maybe write it down even, but he's like, what the fuck does any of this
Reading
mean, right?
it really hard, but like, this shit doesn't make
any sense.
Numbers.
And
I'm doing the calculations, but boy, am I bad at math.
and if you glance behind you, it's a lot of the same stuff in the other room, and it's like, I mean, I'm sure, again, science types, magic types, like engineers and magic users are like the ones working right now. Right. The unit probably protecting them or something like that. Again, just your brain's trying to figure it out, right? And then another older man. Kind of approaches, and he has kindly eyes. He has these glasses on. He says, Jacob, who's this? And then he looks at you, and he says, my name is Disseldorf, but you can call me Dis. And he holds out his hand.
Jake.
So he shakes your hand, and he says, it's nice to meet you, Jake.
Oh, it's really nice to meet you guys. I've heard some impressive things.
He nods, and he says, I'm so glad. And Jacob says, they haven't briefed him. And Dis goes,
yeah, I kind of just got sent out here. They said you guys might need some dragon support, so...
He nods.
And I kind of just point to, like, my little, like, my pauldron. And,
right.
Yeah.
Right, no, of course, your badge, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, then follow me. I'd like to show you. I love telling people about what we've been doing here.
Fantastic.
So we're going to go back to you guys. You dock. And...
Yeah, that kind of killed the old man.
Yeah.
You did. Shot on me.
There and Adam did the entire mission by himself.
He kills this. Hey, he kidnaps the vice president.
Yeah.
So now we have
He kills 50 of them.
Oops, all Jack. Oops, all Jack episode.
So, okay, Kim B is Prato.
She is.
Did she live in a town, a proto town? Did she live in a non-proto town? I know she lived on a farm, right?
I was like, that'd be a question for you because her family, I don't know where her family would have set up shop.
So they would have had their own little sky island, like a few acres. They're farmers, so probably a lot of acres actually. They're not ranchers though. But so like they'd be close enough. I don't think they'd be near a proto town unless your family wanted to be close to the culture, you know what I mean? But I'm sure you've at least been to them.
Yeah,
because
definitely.
You know, so
family trips. That's
I was gonna say I don't know if it feels good to you. Maybe you're just like, oh, this is a place I've been to. I know the type, right? But you definitely know how to manipulate all the buildings here because all the buildings are built from your guys' magic and like. Most of them rely on you having that kind of magic to like interact with them. So you, at the very least, you're like, I know that like how to like open like doors or like certain windows like only Pratos can open, stuff like that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
The rest of you, I don't know if you guys have been to a Prato town like this. Again, like they're a little uncommon, but they're not like crazy, right? It's not like a special place necessarily.
Yeah.
Devon, like Titus, like, do you think you've been?
I mean, Titus like traveled around, so he's probably at least been to one.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, been through
Somewhere.
1 or 2, something like that. Yeah. So yeah, again, like, I don't think they have much of a reputation outside of being kind of interesting, only because they're different from human like settlements. But it's not. Again, it's nothing like mind blowing to you guys in theory. You've seen this stuff before. So yeah, they dock, and Tandem's still pretty like serious. He's not like he and Jameson both seem a little on edge. So yeah, they dock and they just go about their work. They don't really say anything to you guys. But I mean, Tandem might be like a all right, good luck. But
so, question: during our ride, would we have talked about our cover? What's our story? Why are we here?
Oh, right. I forgot that.
Devon just steps out. We're here for the revolution.
Yeah, we're here with the rebellion.
We could just say we're privateers. Since we're on like a pirate ship, it would be like we're privateers.
What about,
Fishing for
what about
pirates?
tourists? I'm just gonna keep Siren under and call him if we need him. I mean, it's a cool town. You know? There's a temple. Thoughts? No? I feel like it's easier to lie about, I'm just visiting, it looks cool. Rather than, we're here on business, and then it's like, what's the business? You know?
That's fair.
Yeah.
My only thing either way is it's kind of weird because it's an out-of-the-way town. I don't know if either of them would work.
But they have a
fully.
temple.
That is true.
They do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it's for. Devon doesn't know what the...
We don't either.
It's like a dead religion. So like imagine going to like a church, a place in England that has an old church that's been abandoned for like 1,000 years. Like, you know what I mean? It's like kind of cool to see, I guess, right? But like if you don't, it's not been kept up or anything like that. So
we're just weirdos.
Yeah.
Just like,
I mean, but again,
there's a temple.
there are people who do that stuff, right?
Yeah.
So it's not,
Yeah.
It's reasonable, just, you know. So that's up to you guys, though.
Yeah.
I like that.
Okay.
If you guys do.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. So yeah, you guys hop off, and then, I mean, I guess you would have seen Stag, right? Stag's kind of waiting for them over there.
Yeah, I sent Stag over there to kind of give them like a heads up or like a direction in which they're going.
So yeah, everybody roll me a dragon riding skill. Except you.
God damn.
A 6.
5.
3.
Wow.
The dragon guy.
I'm the dragon guy, and I'm just, you know,
So, yeah.
I'm stressed.
Your mind's probably somewhere else, Devon.
Still thinking about your dragon.
Your
Yeah,
child.
my son who's below deck.
Being Titus, yeah, you guys see Stag, and you recognize him, obviously. And Stag's trying to communicate with you guys. It takes you guys a second, but he's basically like, hey.
What does this mean?
He went,
It's like a chubby dog.
he's like, and he's kind of getting you guys, like, he went,
Well,
like, this direction. He's basically just communicating this direction.
Okay.
You know? That's
Yeah.
about all you can glean, right?
Alright.
But that's a lead, right? What would Stag do now that his job is done? I mean, he's done the thing.
Probably just like fly off and wait for a call.
Okay, so he, like, to the ship or just away?
Just away. I definitely, he would know, because like him and I have gone undercover before.
Yeah.
Like we do stealth stuff, and he's not the stealthiest dragon. Like that's
Right.
a big thing, right? And so he would know to kind of just be about until I call on him. Also, like, I'm a cavalier right now, right? So it's fine for him to be around.
Yep.
So yeah, so he's just probably grazing.
All right, for sure.
This plant stuff is
Yeah.
good.
Found some water plant.
He's eating the buildings themselves because they're plants. Yeah. They're like, no, get off, stop. They get high. They touch me.
He takes off. He takes off and goes and eats somewhere else.
Kisses?
Yeah, because he's like a turtle.
Oh, yeah.
So you guys head off in the direction that Stag pointed.
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys looking for anything? Like, what are you thinking right now?
Well,
Trying to survey without being obvious, I think.
yeah. I mean, like, if we're tourists and we're just, like,
We're
looking
just like
around.
looking around like, whoa.
But definitely keeping an eye out for, like, fucking uniforms, obviously.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody roll me a notice then.
That's...
Well, the 4.
I also got a 4.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right. Well, Jesse.
You get sniped.
That's what you get for
Yeah,
being
you
neutral.
see a red dot. And you're dead.
That's what he gets for being neutral.
Yeah.
Pick a side, bitch.
Yeah, come on, Jesse. So Devon, you see, what you pick up is like I don't know, like I don't know how to. I'm having trouble describing it, but this place is old. Like this town is obviously old. That's clear to all of you. It's a very old town, but you see like so when dragon poop like calcifies, like it forms into a sort of cement basically. There are like that takes a long time. That is part of how the streets have been paved here though.
Guano.
Oh.
Um
Can I just Get in there with my nose now.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I mean, it'd be like picking like the stones out of a street up. Like, it'd be a little weird. But I mean, a tourist might be curious if that's something they picked
You
up.
can also just chisel at it with your knife.
It's true. It's up to you. It's up to you, but you do notice.
I mean, it's literally like a fossil. It's not like you're eating shit. It's
no,
a fossil,
but it's just more like, oh, this is a dragon thing. This is kind of neat. Have I read about this somewhere? I'm a dragon guy.
Roll me a lore.
Yeah. Just get in there with my nose. Let me sniff the floor.
Definitely
Taste it.
dragon dookie.
Absolutely.
That's a 3.
So I think maybe you didn't read this exact concept, but you put like, I don't know, 2 and 2 together, and you're like, oh, like, now that I think about it, like, there's a lot of mention of this being at the like towns where the temples have been. You know what I mean? Streets like this where there are temples tend to have these sort of like these fossilized like poop like streets. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Again, there's not a lot of like theologians aren't really like well supported right now.
Yeah.
So there's not a lot of people thinking about this stuff. But I mean, it's something Devon's
I
like,
can assume it's like very culturally, like not culturally, but like it's important.
Yes, there's probably something important here that might be a little beyond Devon's like.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Definitely.
But again, like that's a fair thought for Devon to have. You know. Now B, there aren't any uniforms.
Okay.
But as you keep going, you see one building. It's a little taller than the rest, and it's the least like living of all of them. All the other buildings, like I said, are made of plants, not just like wood, but literal like plant, like cellulose, like like plant like fibers and stuff. Right? They're built from plants. This one is a lot of bark. And even some like brick, it's kind of haphazard, so it stands out in that way, and it's a little taller than the rest. And so you spot that, and you're like, "Oh, that's odd." And it's on the path that Stag sent you on, but that's all you glean. And Titus, you notice nothing.
Cool. This is a neat little town.
It is peaceful, relatively. Yeah. Like not a lot's happening, so it is peaceful in that way.
Awesome.
The flora here is quite exquisite.
Yeah, the fauna is my dragon eating.
What do you mean by that?
Huh?
What do you mean by that?
I'm just playing the part. Apologies.
So, what do you guys do?
Well, I kind of want to check out the temple. Just Devon does because dragon thing, lead dragon thing, probably connected. I like. That's his caveman brain.
That's so funny.
But I don't know if I notice you noticing anything, or if you
I
say
would
anything.
probably point out that the one building is different from the rest.
Okay.
Like, that building's a little odd.
Tell Titus too, obviously.
Yeah, I tell both of them. ...
sus?
Yeah, I'm like,
You want me to shoot it?
please don't.
Then you hear a loud explosion from inside.
Actually, that building blows up.
Let's try to keep talking about our weapons to a minimum.
Has Titus been drinking at all?
Oh my god.
I mean, a little bit. He hasn't been he's not like blasted drunk.
I was gonna say it's been a little bit since Jesse's mentioned how much Titus has drank. I'm like, is he sober?
Why is he
That'd
not
be crazy.
drinking?
Yeah, what's up with Titus?
Oh, he's just very up and down in his moods lately.
Interesting. Why?
Because he just recommended that like
Oh yeah, for
we
sure.
go around letting civilians get killed.
That tracks.
What do you guys do?
We can pretend to be delivering a pizza to that building. See what's
Well, okay.
Pizza doesn't exist in my world, Jesse.
Pizza's the line.
Oh, I kill myself on the spot then. I don't want to go where there's no pizza.
Coffee exists, but not pizza.
Titus says, we can deliver pizza. You guys like, what's pizza? His nose starts bleeding.
Yeah.
He starts like shimmering like in Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
Because we know that
I also would have
Jack
mentioned.
is around.
I also would have mentioned that the building's in the direction that Stag was pointing us towards.
And we also know that he's been deep undercover for fucking ever.
Would you have mentioned that?
It was like.
Well, that's how they met me. They
Yeah.
knew I was undercover.
Yes, but I mean, like, do they know like how like Jack's basically like?
No.
Okay,
Okay.
like you guys know he's a spy,
A spy.
right?
Yeah.
But that's I just wanted to like gauge that. That's all.
I have a question also. Have I gone undercover for the bad guys before? Like I think that's just a set of skills I have.
I'm sure you were trained.
Okay.
And I imagine maybe those first 2 years you were.
Right.
But we should talk about that off.
For sure.
I have thoughts.
Yeah. I've just murdered innocent people too.
But we can assume from what we do know about him that he was undercover for at least a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And
For the mountain time.
yeah, and if he's wherever he is in something, I don't want to disrupt that.
I think we keep tabs on the building, but I do kind of like the temple idea, because if we are going to do the tourist route, it would make sense.
Yes, and just keep our eyes and ears out for any kerfuffle.
Mm-hmm.
So we can be there.
Titus?
Sound good to me.
All right, Titus.
All right.
Are you
Southern now.
hungover?
Are you alright?
A little.
I mean, you only get hungover if you stop drinking.
Okay,
Oh,
let's move
that's
on.
right.
He's back.
Oh, man.
Facts. So, okay, you guys gonna head in the direction of the temple?
Yes.
It's a couple miles out, so it'll take you maybe an hour walking.
Do we see anything
It's like
interesting?
far from the building that we were in.
Yeah, it's not close. So, okay, well, knowing that. do you
Knowing that.
Still keep, like, the plan? Because, yeah, the temple's kind of on the outskirts of town.
Yeah, because if something goes wrong, we're fucking far away. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Split the party.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh my god, am I gonna be the Tanner of the group? I'm gonna split the party.
Well, I already split the party.
Oh shit.
I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Are you guys separate the
Deep
group?
cuts.
What did you say?
Are you gonna separate the group?
Oh. Are we gonna separate the group?
I mean, I don't particularly wanna, but also...
Well, you guys also know I have Staghorn out here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True. True that.
Jack has backup.
I've literally been here for hours without you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
That's
it. Like,
okay.
I want to put that
And
out.
like,
You guys
and
got here,
there
like,
hasn't been any ruckus yet, so
Yeah.
we can assume that you're doing good.
I'm just
Okay.
hanging out inside. Do you guys have any water?
I'm a bit parched.
I'm just gonna grab a glass of water.
I'm thirsty. God, Frozone. Frozone.
Where is my super suit?
I am the greatest good you're ever gonna get. Dude, damn. That is the truth. That's so good.
Fire, dude.
I am your wife.
It's real.
So good, dude.
Frozone's him.
Well, if anything, if we do split the party, Devon's going to the temple because he's a dragon guy,
Yeah.
and there's something about dragons. So,
Dragons.
and he's selfish,
Dragons.
and he always wants to do what he wants to do,
Treasure.
and he sucks, and I hate him. I don't want to play Devon anymore. Actually,
Jack will handle that.
all right.
Aw.
Well,
He was a traitor, guys.
The whole time. Adam and I talk about
the
it.
whole time.
Whole time. All right, let's actually do something.
Yes. Me and Kim being exactly
Make
the
a
same.
decision.
Yeah, I'm a Libra.
Okay. Alright, everybody. You go to the temple. I have the thingy. I have Aracelli's thingy, so... Worst comes to worst, I can shoot a flare.
You're positing that you stay?
No, I meant like we go, and if we need to get Jack's attention for some reason.
Oh, I see.
You know what I mean? Because, I don't know, I feel like there's something weird about this temple, and there's probably a reason why they're here, and that might be part of it.
Yeah. Okay. That works. I'm cool with that.
Titus?
Sounds good to me.
Takes another swig.
Titus is just fucking out of it right
Yeah. Well, he's over here fucking suffering through his moral dilemma.
now. So real.
He's stewing currently.
So, what are you guys gonna do? Officially.
Yes. Okay, we're gonna go to the temple, and if we feel the need, we need to get Jack's attention
If our cover gets blown or whatever.
something is amok. We'll do a big boop.
And Jack is also a flare, in case he needs help.
That's true.
Yeah.
If we hear an explosion,
He
that's our
himself
signal.
is the flare. True.
Well, because the cool part is they wouldn't explode immediately, so I just set them off and then get my knives out and just start running through, just like, how many of you can I kill?
Insane. Absolute insanity.
So,
Okay.
never mind. Whatever. We'll get there in a minute. I'll fly around in a minute.
Yeah.
So, you guys head towards the temple. It's a bit of a walk, and you also notice that the street leads directly to the temple. Not only that, but the other streets don't have that same like fossilized dragon poop thing going on.
Special.
So you guys keep walking, and you're about 500 feet from the temple, and it's a fairly large dome, a few stories tall.
Okay.
And so the temple is made of like these trees that wrap around each other to form like the dome shape. Does that make sense? So like imagine like hundreds of trees wrapping around each other to make a like half dome, or like to make a dome rather. But also they're still alive. Like you guys can see like the leaves like have fallen. It's like the trees don't have any leaves on them right now, right? So it's just a brown kind of sphere. But probably in the spring, this thing is like covered in leaves, right? And maybe flowers and fruits.
Is it kind of people like shape their bushes for their lawns and stuff?
Yes.
Is it kind of like that?
Yes,
but it's shaped, but obviously naturally, it has done that.
Yes, correct.
Cool.
So it's kind of like that, if that makes sense. You can kind of picture
Like bonsai trees, how you like wire them to make them
happen,
but it didn't itself.
Okay, actually, sure. Imagine 100 giant bonsais wrapping around each other to make a specific shape. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that's what so that's. I mean, again, probably pretty weird to you guys. But you see a couple of people posted outside the temple's main entrance. And they're just kind of looking around. You guys are still about 500 feet away.
How like do they look alert? Like they're
do they look like guards?
Yeah.
Roll me and investigate.
Are they in the garb? It was investigate?
Yeah.
That is it's a tree.
Devon, they look pretty like. I mean, they could just be like guarding the temple because it's a sacred place to some, like to nobody, but historically, right? Or they're alert is all I'll say. They're definitely alert.
They could just be.
Are they Prado? I know I'm not there, but
no.
They could just be guarding the temple, or
That is
who's
true.
to say?
Yeah.
Let's just go with them being workers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll just like tap my hidden gun and be like, just in case. Yeah.
Titus, stop it.
Titus, please.
you don't have to reload now. Well,
you
6 shots you do.
Yeah, but it takes longer.
I got you.
I got you, bud.
So, do you guys approach?
Yeah. Just saunter over. La, 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 la.
So it's 2 women. They're both a little taller. One of them is a satyr, and she's the one that approaches you. She's maybe like 5'7", 5'8", and then there's another woman, human woman, who's kind of behind her and looks kind of stern. The satyr approaches you and she says, "Oh, hi.
Hey.
Are you here for the temple?"
Yeah. Is entry free or?
It's off limits right now. I'm so sorry.
Aw, we came all this way.
Yeah, we walked for a while.
We like even hired a guy for a ship.
I'm so sorry. It was kind of a sudden thing. But you can come back, I'm sure, in about, she looks back, a month maybe, and it should be back open again.
Month?
Everybody roll, no. Yeah, everybody roll me a notice. You're all sharp. And Titus, give me a plus, you have a +2 to that, actually. I'm going to book my aspects for you.
I got a 3 then.
I got to
5.
5.
Okay.
4.
Okay, so Titus, I want you to roll. Jesse, I want you to roll well this time. So, Bardify, she has a gun on her. She's not like she's being friendly. She's wearing some stuff to hide it, but she's got a gun on her. It's hidden, probably somewhere in her torso. There's like she moves slightly. There's a slight bulge. You're like, oh, that's the shape of the butt of a gun.
It's I think clocking that, I'm gonna stay cool about it.
Yeah, definitely.
But like, just
okay.
like a little glance, like to make sure you noticed what I noticed, and it's just like, oh, well, it's kind of a bummer, but I guess we'll be back in a month.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, oh, and we'll be so happy to see you when you come back. Have a good one.
Okay.
She waves.
Thank you.
So now we're gonna go back
to
Jack. So this takes you to like the first section of like the room. And there are some people writing down on parchment schematics, basically, and some rudimentary physics equations. What we understand as physics equations. I'm sure Jack has an idea, right?
That's math.
Yeah,
that's
like
science, bud.
Yeah, right.
Science math.
But he says, over here we have our physicists, and and they're working on with our engineers over there, and we'll get to them in a second. He points to some people over there.
Okay.
And they're all working on some. They're all working on some math to try and decide. And he starts talking a little bit.
Droning on a bit.
Yeah,
like,
and I'll get the gist of this is they're doing some work on like the dynamics of like flight and air, basically. Like you know it. You know how a glider works, and they seem to be kind of investigating like that technology again.
Interesting.
So he moves over to the engineers. He starts talking where he says, and the engineers they've done some wonderful work on, and they start talking about gliding. He says, see, we used to use only this certain type of wood for our gliders, right? But, and again, he keeps going off. What is Jack, like, is Jack, like, paying attention to him or, like, look like...
I think scanning, but also wants the guy to think he's engaged. So
Okay.
it's like, we'll, like, scan, like, you know, kind of look around, make sure he's getting everything in, and then we'll make eye contact to make sure that he knows he's engaged.
So I'll say the first thing, you clock all the equations. You could probably, I mean, how good is your memory?
I mean, this is my job, right? Like, this is what I've been doing. I've been relaying information to Mabel for how long?
I was going to say, you could probably write down some of these equations.
And I don't know,
accurately.
and that's what I'm saying is I don't know how often I'd be allowed to bring in a fucking pen and paper to, like, meetings as a cavalier and write stuff down, you know? So...
Yeah, so pretty solid. So yeah, you could probably write some of those first equations down if you tried
Sat down and did it. Yeah.
Yes. And the engineering schematics, again, it's a lot of, like, glider tech. But there's, now that you got a better look, like, you're getting a look at the schematics, and, like, people kind of looking at you like, stop looking at my work, dude. Like, come on, really?
Yeah.
It's not done yet.
Looking over the shoulder.
Look.
Breathing on someone's ear.
Are you drawing right now? Oh, that's so cool. Can you draw me? That's what you're doing right now.
I know Jack's not an engineer. Roll me a lore, though, to see, like, I want to see how, if he's sharp enough to figure this out for himself.
No.
Glider tech, and there's a harness to hold something.
Can I do an investigate?
No, it's a lore.
Okay, then no.
Yeah, it's glider tech that's built to. There's a harness below it. There's nothing for a human to be on.
Interesting.
And so he takes you kind of to the next station, right?
I think I'm just like, what is this for? To one of them.
He
I can't put it together, and I'm like, oh my goodness, what is this for? Because I'm going to play to my
looks
strength.
at you, and kind of like tilts his head down, right, and kind of like it's for something big, man. But he doesn't say anything. He's kind of being coy about it.
I think I'm like, level with me, dude. Come on.
I don't even know how he'd describe it.
Roll rapport?
Yeah, roll me a rapport. God damn, those dice are rough
I'm gonna
today.
invoke something. I'm a
Fate
great
point.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna spend a fate point to just
Fine.
roll.
Yeah, you're good, man.
That's better. 4.
So Dis is still talking in
Yeah.
the background, right? But this guy kind of leans into you and he says, "They took me out of the academy for this. They haven't told any of us."
Gotta be sharp.
Thanks. I like to think I am actually getting my dissertation.
Amazing.
And then, yeah, and he goes off, but eventually he gets to. They're not telling any of us what this is for exactly, but I think Dis is gonna combine all of it somehow into some new thing for the Republic. I guess
But you're smart.
A
What do you think it
Voltron?
is?
Are they building a Voltron?
No, it's a Death Star.
There are lions. There are lions, and there are the heads, and it's a big robot man.
I love it. What would you posit it is? Come on. Because I just fly dragons, dude. You know?
Yeah, he's gonna roll something himself. Actually, he's gonna roll a notice. He doesn't roll like a notice. He says, I just work here, man. But if I had to guess, I think it's something they're gonna use to revolution.
Good.
Yeah. I hope it works out.
Thorns in the side.
Yeah.
Oh, they're making a dragon sword.
Yeah.
So then this continues. Like you keep talking for a minute, you turn your attention back to him.
Yeah.
And then he's gonna take you to the other room across,
Mm-hmm.
All magic. Like that's where a lot of the magic stuff is getting.
Right.
Okay, roll me one more lore. This one's gonna be a little harder though.
A 1.
Okay. Yeah, this says, and everybody here's a magic user who's been doing.
Oh, you all can use magic?
No, in this room. And he gestures to the room, and they're all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they all look like the type.
Let me see.
Well, okay, yeah, he says, actually, a demonstration would be quite good. So, there's, like, this metal cage. Not metal cage. It's, like, a metal, like, box, almost like a safe. And he says, Johnny and Tim, can you guys... And he starts organizing them to... And they all gather around this cage. And then one person... How do I describe this? Metal box, there's a lid on the top. It's a guy holding a lid on the top, right? And then like 5 other guys around it. Okay. And then they all look at each other, and they start putting magic in here. And then like after about a minute, the guy closes the lid and starts locking it, right?
Dual magic engines.
And so...
Oh no. No,
So,
the magic bomb.
Because this is sounding a lot like when you put the uranium into the core.
So
It's a perpetual magic engine, man.
Fucking nukes.
guys, I'm dying.
Magic nerd.
That's what I was worried about. I was
That's
like, are these like bomb
Gliders
planes?
to drop the bomb.
Yeah.
Tanner his nose starts bleeding.
Yeah. We're getting too meta.
So, yeah, and he says, "No, we can't open them, and we can't take it outside. But if you're going to stay for a few days, we're going to do a test out on an island a bit far from here. We can show you what it is then. But trust me, son, it's going to be wonderful. It's going to be fantastic."
Fantastic. You know, I gotta say, I worked with a buddy who went to school, and I helped him write his dissertation on like working on gliders and stuff. And I noticed some of the glider tech over there, and I'm lying as if I knew what that stuff was. So I put this together in my mind, even though I got it from somebody.
I hear you.
And so obviously those gliders aren't meant to carry people. So what are we doing, Dis? Because, hey, I'm hoping it helps.
Yeah.
Heavy breathing.
Roll me a report. See if it'll be frank.
Come on, guys.
My stomach like hurts right now.
All right, that is going to be a 3.
It's up to you, champ.
I'll use a 3.
Okay. He says, Jake, was it?
Yeah.
Adam's like, no?
It's Jack. Slaps it. Blows myself up.
He says, yeah, Jake, is it? Yeah. I've been working my entire life to ensure that the Republic helps people understand what good it can do for them. But sometimes I've learned over my 70 years... I like Jesse being like, oh god.
No, he's gonna make them understand. That's where I'm getting.
So he says, 7 years I've learned that sometimes people won't listen to you unless you have something to convince them with, and oftentimes the easiest way to convince somebody is to force them to understand. As sad as that is. And he kind of looks at you like, it's disappointing, right? Like, it kind of sucks that that's the case.
That makes
too bad these people are too stupid to understand.
Yeah.
You know what
I'm helping them.
Bomb.
That makes the most sense out of anything I've ever heard. Sometimes you got to make people understand.
He nods, and his eyes are, very kind. He smiles, and he says, I'm glad you understand. Not everybody does.
Yeah.
And he puts a hand on your shoulder.
Mm-hmm. I think I kind of just grip his old hand. And just like,
Roll me a report, +2.
He's gonna go in for a kiss.
With a +2, can I follow it up with something else? Because I want to ask something else.
Yeah.
Christ. I got a 5 with the +2.
Okay.
And then...
Rough day.
I know. And then can I also ask what I wanted to ask?
Yeah.
Is this going to be a separate roll?
No.
Okay.
We'll include it.
Okay, so it's sort of... I want to... So, obviously this is important. We have backup notes, right? This isn't just everything?
He looks around. No, this is everything. He said like that. He's like, no, this is everything.
Okay, that'll be fine.
We're fine. You guys, his brow furrows slightly. You got a 5, right?
I'm gonna use a point to get a 7.
Okay. Okay.
I burned all my points.
Yeah. So his brow froze for a second, but then it eased. He's like, yeah. I honestly, I assumed they'd at least tell you that. Yes, this is pretty much everything. I think
it makes sense why the black diamonds are here.
I'm glad they are. Could you imagine if they weren't?
No, not even a little.
Could you imagine what would happen if the Revolution Others was here?
No, I could not. I really could not.
Jack starts laughing. He's like, "Ha, crazy."
Yeah.
So and he says, What do you think?"
I think. I think that this is some very interesting work, and that the minute the testing happens and that we get to do something with this, the revolution is done for.
He nods and he says, "That's my hope."
Yeah.
That's my hope.
So, Des, can you show me one of those grenades? I've been hearing so much about them.
All right. So he's like, I think Jacob, and then Jacob like sees this happen, walks away. He's like, I'm not dealing with this.
I'll just go check them out, and I'm gonna walk away.
Okay. So then you're on your own.
So,
Bro's already thought.
I would like to go to the weapons, gather some grenades. I just want to get like one or two.
Sure.
Pocket them.
Okay.
Not being stealthy. I'm just like, oh, cool.
No, sure.
Sick.
Yeah.
I
follow you.
need stuff. Do they have other stuff here as well?
Guns.
Do they have gunpowder?
Oh yeah, lots.
Cool.
Well, yeah, because you need to fill your guns with it. Yeah.
So I'm going to. There's no one in here, right?
Not in the room itself.
So I'm gonna use like a little like boot dagger to just stab into the side of like the barrel and like. And
Roll
just,
me a stealth. That makes noise. You lucky bitch. You bitch.
It's because it started. That's
started.
why.
God damn it.
It started.
I should have never switched my dice.
I got a 5.
Yeah,
mistake.
it's quiet as a...
And then I just I just kind of kick some around the room.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use my knives to pop little holes in my
So Adam, I'm being a kind DM. If you were to blow up a building that was housing a nuclear bomb that did not require like uranium to like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know that Jack would clock how bad a bomb is.
First off,
I actually want to clarify something lore-wise. You guys don't know what a bomb is.
no.
The
No,
concept of a bomb is
we know what
aliens.
explosions are.
Yes,
Yeah.
correct. Like you've seen crates of gunpowder blow up, but a bomb is a foreign concept. That's not.
They
something-
just put the magic in the box. Have they not undone that?
It stays in there.
How many are there?
You saw the one.
Now I need to think about how smart Jack is.
Sorry, that as a DM,
I
I
might
feel like
wipe this entire
you don't
island off. Yeah, me as the player is like, I might end the campaign right now if I blow this thing up.
Well, the thing is, like, Adam. Okay, I'll say Adam doesn't necessarily know how strong they are, right?
Jack.
But Jack has no idea. Like Jack could be like, oh, this is just dropping crates of like.
Yeah,
You know, it could be
yeah.
to Jack. It could be anything.
Right.
Like to Adam, he
Jack
has, at
has
least a
nothing to
concept.
equate it
No,
to.
absolutely, and so
That's all. I'm just letting
For
you
sure.
know. I'm just
Yeah.
letting inform your
well,
decision.
because I'm not Araceli, so I'm doing something. I'm doing it
Yes.
differently than
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah. I am then going to kind of pop the ones I have around my waist. I'm just gonna put little holes in them so
Okay.
they leak
Yeah, I follow you.
as I just
Start
kind
walking.
of walk around, and I'm just like, oh hey, just chatting, making a little bit of noise.
Roll me a stealth.
Yeah, and then
Oh my god.
I told you it started.
Yeah.
Every time. I hate you so fucking much sometimes.
There's a magical aura around this.
We're gonna be
Yeah.
walking from the temple and then just suddenly get blinded.
and so I just walk around, and then I kind of go up to, and so at a point I think I like take my belt off. I just kind of put it in a corner, right? Like,
Sure,
so
yeah.
And then I'm gonna go up to whoever let me in, or is there anyone by the door?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, oh hey, I'm gonna go grab my dragon.
Okay.
I'm gonna go grab.
It's
my
a
dragon
young
real
woman.
quick.
She's maybe like. Dylan, how old are you? 21.
Me personally?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm 21.
Me actually.
Yeah.
Me actually.
Yeah, it's like a 21-year-old like
Yeah, I'm gonna
kid.
go grab my dragon. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
She says, "Oh, of course. Yeah, we'll see you soon." And she
Cool.
opens the
Thank
door.
you. So I'm gonna go out.
Have a nice day.
Yeah, I'm gonna like.
Hope you have a good one. You're so pretty and handsome.
I'm gonna go like around the corner and then like, and call for my dragon.
All right. So yeah, you leave. Call for your dragon. We're gonna go back to you guys.
The lady should just be like, oh, my box of foster kids is finally coming.
Oh boy. Well, I don't think we're gonna get through these people. I don't think it's really.
I don't think it's worth
Worth
it
it.
either.
We could probably sneak around.
I don't have sneak.
I'm a master of stealth. He's not.
And neither is Devon.
Devon.
I don't trust myself. to do
But
that.
like, because Devon's train of thought is like, once he realized that like they're guarding the thing, okay, that thing's important. We can go back and research it. You know?
Yeah. My thing was just trying to figure out who is around it, and just to confirm that it was important.
Yeah, pretty much.
We currently don't have the resources to go further.
I have the resources. I pull out the only gun.
Can I have like chiseled off a piece of the?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. When I had like investigated it earlier.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm putting my
Pocket.
in my pocket.
I used to have
Dragon
fossilized
food.
dinosaur poop.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I was proud of it.
I have a fish fossil.
That's cool.
Yeah, I found it.
That's sick.
It's really sick. Yeah.
Anyways, so what are you guys doing then?
I think we're just walking back into town.
Keeping an eye out for wherever Jack is.
Okay, so yeah, there's
On my dragon.
So you guys start heading back to town. You guys follow the same road? Because that's where the building is too, so if you're going to see anything. So yeah, I was going to say, like, you guys get to about where the building is, and you see, so like, Jack whistles, and you guys see him whistle.
Oh, perfect.
Like, that's when you guys meet
Sorry.
up. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
You
I would
guys...
like to check if they're watching me still.
Okay.
That's what I was curious about. If we were walking back, were we being watched?
3.
Yeah, there.
Okay. Then I'm not going to. So I whistle for my dragon. I'm going to walk off and kind of like keep whistling. And I'm not going to.
You're not engaging with us?
Yeah,
Okay,
but
then we will.
Yeah, so I'm just
Leave you
whistling
alone.
for my dragon and walk directly past you
Can
guys.
I'm just gonna. I can like roll for myself to know if Devon would like clock that as like a
You guys...
thing.
What,
Or should
okay.
I just...
I mean, you guys know Jack's weird, but Jack, I'm sure, noticed you. Like, you can...
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know.
like-
I
we
look at
locked-
you guys
locked eyes.
and then keep whistling for my dragon and walk past you.
Yeah, you don't have to
Also,
roll. You can read that
you've
however you
been
want.
in the game for a while.
And
I imagine you understand
we
like
assumed
spies.
he was in there doing some undercover shit. So like, let's just not engage.
If
We're
he's not
heading
engaging
out.
us, then I
Yeah.
assume something's
Okay.
going on.
I'm not gonna.
Guys are just like, what a jerk that guy.
Well, guys, we didn't get to go to the temple. I guess we gotta go home.
That's what Devon sounds like.
That's his character.
Undercover
He's
Devon.
undercover Devon. He's a
I would
little
like to
baby
get on,
girl.
Stag
Oh,
platform and fly
Meow.
to the ship.
Widowy?
Okay. So you guys see him get on Stag and fly off.
Okay.
It's like, well, it's time to go. He probably got what we needed.
Okay, so you guys are heading back to the ship.
Yeah.
All right, so obviously Jack, Stag, you guys get there first.
Yeah. I kind of go on the ship and I'm like, tandem.
Tandem's like just kind of gazing out, right, like at the sky.
Hey, come here.
He turns to you and he says,
Close, fast.
Jackie might.
No, come on.
Oh.
Close, fast, come here.
switched it on.
Yeah, no, he's approaching. He's like, oh, you know what's going? He's walking through. He's like, oh, what's going on? Is everything okay?
Get the ship ready.
Okay.
Really fast.
Okay.
Look,
Okay.
things are bad. Way worse off than I thought they were.
Your voice sounds different.
That doesn't matter now. Nothing matters now. If we don't make a call. So you get this ship ready.
Uh-huh.
And you give us max an hour.
Okay.
If we're not back,
Okay.
you leave.
Are we doing our regular voices now? He says to you. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
And I think I pull out a piece of paper and I jot down a bunch of like stuff that I like, you know,
Yeah,
just parts
yeah.
of it. And then I also jot down like, because like my extreme use of magic, question mark, so incredibly dangerous, question mark. I jot the box down. I just sort of explain
Yeah.
the gist of what I've grabbed.
Yeah, as
I
much
roll
as
it
you
up.
can.
I hand it to him. Max an hour. If you see people start sniffing around the ship, you leave us.
Okay. The dragons? The dragons?
That's your call.
Okay.
And you get out of here. And you get straight back to Mabel, and you give him that if we're not back here in an hour.
Okay.
All right. And I'm going to get back on... I'm going to get off of Staghorn, and I'm going to kind of give him the go-around so I can meet up with you guys at the docks as I get off the boat.
And on that note, that's where we're going to end the session for today. Thank you guys
It's
for
Oppenheimer!
listening
I'm
to 5 Minutes Trench
So
Coat.
sweaty.
We plug some stuff.
Adamant's Armory, ADAVNS, on everything at Adamant's Armory.
Yeah, we make some cool
shit.
D&D supplement
Yeah.
stuff.
Danlin.
I draw for it.
What's the draw? Tell us, what's the draw?
What's the draw? The draw is Gremlin Frog Art. That is me. That is I.
Beautiful,
I do
beautiful,
things.
beautiful.
And you can follow us on our social medias at 5gems in a trench coat on Instagram and TikTok, and at 5gemsofficial on Twitter.
Rate, like, comment.
You can leave us a little Ko-Fi
Yeah, a little tip on
if you
Ko-Fi
like
if
us.
you want to give us some energy drink boosts. Thank you so
Because
much.
We have a lot.
Thanks, guys.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Hello. Thank you for listening to 5GMs in a Trench Coat. Be sure to follow us on social media at 5GMs in a Trench Coat on Instagram and TikTok, and at 5GMs Official on Twitter. If you like the episode, please rate us 5 stars and leave a little comment. And if you'd like to support us further, you can leave us a little tip on Ko-Fi at ko-fi.com/5GMs in a Trench Coat. Thanks, and catch you in the next episode.